Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Two Honks podcast, the only podcast where you can drink your honks and eat them too. My name's Joe Little. Sitting cattywampus to me today here is Lamar Costin. How are we this evening, Lamar?
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good. Yeah.
I don't know if we need to go into an explanation here about what just happened, but
yeah.
I forgot the cardigan in my car again, so we went back.
Yeah, and you went back to your apartment and it was in your cardigan.
It was in my cardigan again.
So you lost the card again.
Yeah, I
so
forgot.
We had to get in my car again, go to your apartment to get the card again out of your cardigan.
Again, it wasn't the first time I've done that.
Not the first time.
I apologize. But we're back.
Yeah, it's not like we're posting this any later because you forgot it.
Yeah.
You just get to spend more time with me.
Yeah, it was fun. We got to take a little drive around the city and
see the sights,
soak up the sights,
see the people.
We saw a lot of people, a lot of strange shapes and energies.
So, and this is something you wanted to talk about, right? The people, people of Portland,
the colorful people of Portland.
Looking like or dressing like they work on a shipyard.
Why is it that people in the city dress like me?
Yeah.
Why do I dress like the people in the city?
When did this become a fashion trend? When did we?
Yeah. Why do people look like they just got off of a ship and dropped anchor?
Yeah.
And dropped trow?
Wasn't that? You know, you were older than me in the 90s. And
I'm still older than you.
You're older than me now as well. And that's a very interesting thing.
That's a good thing.
We'll talk about that later.
And that's a good thing.
But in the 90s, did people dress like they just came from a shipyard a lot? Was that a thing in the 90s, or was it just...
I don't remember. I think that they dressed like they... in the 90s, people had the big pants, right?
Yeah.
That was like a big thing.
The Jinkos?
Yeah, the big old pants with the hoops and the metal. And that was really big.
Yeah, the bondage pants, the goth bondage pants.
Bondage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Joe Bonamassa in his bondage pants?
Joe Bondage
and his Bonamassa bondage
James
pants?
James Bondage.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
But, I wonder why the city is full of what I'm assuming are prostitutes.
Yeah.
And ship workers.
Well,
when we don't really have ships here.
So, I mean, Portland is the land of port. So,
right.
You know, there is ports here and ships do come this way.
Really?
You know, there's actually a cruise ship that's being repaired not too far from this very podcast studio.
Would you consider this a portage that where we are now?
Yes, we're in a portage. So maybe the fashion statement came from the fact that we are in the land of port. But okay. That's a theory, but I'm pretty sure it's like right.
When I look at these ship workers around Portland, I wonder what it is about. Like, okay, I'm gonna bring in a little something here. I've been watching this show Siren, which is a show about mermaids.
Okay,
and they also have the hat like me, except the ship thing is to wear it like you really bring this part up.
Oh, okay.
Like that. So it's kind of like...
So it only covers the tippy tops
just the tip of the dome.
Ears. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I always wondered, like, it's raining. you're going to get wet from the water and the waves.
Yeah.
I don't know how the ocean works, but I'm pretty sure there's water somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And I'm always wondering why they're not wearing something more waterproof. Like, why would I wear a hat like this when if this gets wet, now I've got a cold head and it's wet?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, if the hat was made of wool, you wouldn't get cold.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wool stays warm when it's wet.
Is this wool?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's a wool.
So what this is basically like it's for the looks. It's just for
looks.
It's for fashion.
Yeah. So, I mean, you would want to look like you're a shipyard worker,
But you don't want to work too hard.
but you don't want to actually be working in a shipyard.
Well, that's what I find with a lot of these the ship work people.
Well, they mainly look very clean.
Right. Their hands are like,
Yeah, their hands are not dirty.
they're not dirty. And they all play guitar and they're
Yeah.
all in bands
Yeah.
and they don't have jobs. So is that like, are they posers at that point? Or is it like,
Yeah, well, posers. What do they call posers now?
like Vogue? Like they look like they should be in a magazine cover.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I thought a poser was somebody that is like pretending to know about something that they actually don't.
Right.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that what they said in the 90s? Like,
I guess it's different.
poser.
Yeah.
You don't know this band. You don't know this song. Poser. Isn't
Right.
it wasn't that a thing?
Yeah. You like show up with the band t-shirt on.
Yeah. Name 3 songs, poser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That aren't on the aren't radio hits.
Yeah. Yeah, not the radio hits, idiot.
Idiot. What are you, stupid or something?
Yeah. You don't know these bands, poser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder about all these shipyard workers and like, where they're working and
Yeah.
why they're not dirty,
What about actual shipyard workers? Are they
Do they wear the same clothes?
Yeah, are they insulted by the people that look like they're shipyard workers?
It's kind of like if you were a real lumberjack
Yeah.
and you saw somebody who's dressed like me,
Yeah.
but maybe with like suspenders or something,
like,
would you be like, you don't know how to chop wood?
You didn't earn that flannel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me give you an axe. Let's see if you can chop some wood.
Like, you don't smell like freshly ground wood.
You don't smell like lumber, idiot.
You smell like Dawn dish detergent. You know what else is odd about that show? I don't want to give anything away because I think it's worth watching. But there is a character on the show called Commander Anderson.
Commander Anderson.
And I'm just thinking, like, if my name was Commander Anderson, why wouldn't you want to use that opportunity to say, just call me Commanderson?
Yeah, Commanderson.
I'm Commanderson.
Yeah.
That's so much more badass than Commander Anderson.
Yeah.
Commanderson.
Commander Anderson.
I'm Commander Anderson. I'm Commander Anderson.
But if you're Commanderson, it's I am Commanderson.
It sounds like you're a superhero.
It's very nice to meet you. My name's Commanderson.
Come again? Commanderson.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
I think they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe we should write him a letter. Well, now I'm just gonna have to start watching the show.
Yeah, I think you should watch it.
But it's about mermaids, so I think my wife would really enjoy it.
It is well suited to both male identified and female identified and non-identified peoples.
Yeah.
It's actually the mermaids are kind of non-binary.
Yeah.
In a way.
Okay.
And there's even like some gender bending that goes on there, which I think is very forward thinking.
Yeah.
They also talk about pollution and climate change.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like cutting edge, really.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's very relevant.
Speaking of gender, I was thinking about something the other day. And it's not a controversial subject. It's just something that it gets thrown around quite a bit. Like if you are exhibiting weakness in any way, people will call you a girl.
Sissy?
You're acting like a girl.
Yeah.
Go buy you a dress, girl. Right. Or like you're acting like a woman, or you're acting like a pregnant woman,
Oh, okay.
And I am having an extremely difficult time understanding how that would be an insult.
Right. Why is that insulting?
It's like, oh, you're acting like a woman right now. Oh, I'm acting beautiful and strong right now. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
Right.
I'm so happy I'm like a woman right now because that means I'm beautiful and I'm strong.
Oh, I'm independent and empowered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm acting or
thanks for noticing.
I love the other one. You're acting like you're pregnant right now. Oh, I'm acting like a giver of life.
Right.
I'm acting like life is about to come out of me. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Like a creator of
what
life.
What a wonderful compliment to
Right.
give a person. You know?
Yeah, I don't really see how that was ever really like a cut down.
Why? You know?
Yeah.
Or when people would call you a pussy, you know?
Right.
Like, balls are very sensitive.
Right.
And vaginas are very strong.
Yeah, super strong.
You know? They can put up with a lot more than the male genitalia. So that's not a...
Well, they could snap it right off if they wanted to.
Yeah.
They could twist it off.
It's actually pretty fragile when you think about it.
Well, and the thing is, like, as guys, we have our bits like in pieces, like right out there, just swinging around in the open, which is a pretty bad design, I think, to have something so fragile just kind of dangling around.
Yeah, like when somebody calls you a dick, like that's an insult right there.
Yeah,
you're being a dick right now. It's like, oh, I'm being weak and fragile.
Yeah, just dangling around.
Yeah. You're just being a dick.
You're just being a dangler.
Yeah. So I think we need to switch up our language here a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want to put somebody down by calling them weak, then call them a dick. Don't call them a woman. If somebody's being beautiful and strong and they're exhibiting these great, feats of strength and power,
creative
just be like,
energies.
You are acting like a woman right now. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Right. What if we just call people balls because that's kind of like a more delicate structure.
Listen to me, you pair of balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're being too weak and tender for me, you ball face.
Ball face.
Yeah.
Balls face.
Yeah.
Ball face lie.
Yeah, that's a ball face lie.
Yeah.
If I ever heard one.
Balls in your face.
You sensitive dick.
I don't know. A lot of those words never really...
I don't know. Just new ways to insult people. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, we need to explore those things.
Obviously, the society we live in needs to focus on language. We need to switch up certain things that we say. I just want to bring other things to the light.
Yeah.
Things that aren't necessarily getting talked about. Maybe somebody tells me that, that's just because nobody cares about insults. But I think insults are something that needs to be talked about because they're definitely going to get thrown around.
It's part of language. And speaking of language, I have this experience where, like, this happens to me a lot at work. And I'm sure people can relate to this, where, like, I suddenly find myself in a room of people who are like on their phones like this, and they're like locked in.
Yeah.
And like our language doesn't really have a way to describe that what that sensation is when you're in a room with people who are all like not really present. They're like locked into their phone. That's such a strange feeling. It's like you're with people, but they're not even there.
Yeah.
And I've had that in relationships too, where somebody's distant. You like look over and they're like somewhere else in their head.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's like language can't really describe what that feeling is.
Do we even remember what we did before phones?
I don't quite remember how the time moved, how it passed.
I feel like if I didn't have anything to do and I was in a room full of like strangers or whatever, I'd be just, well, for one, more inclined to start a conversation.
Right.
But also more inclined to just kind of stare at the wall.
Right.
Like look at all the details.
There's so many details that we're missing out on. Yeah.
It's like, oh, they didn't seal up the drywall there very good.
Right.
Oh.
I could have done that better. Yeah.
Who's your contractor? Oh, some guy named John. Well, John sucks.
Yeah.
John's an idiot. So.
Right.
Yeah, and then you'd probably strike up a conversation right there.
I remember
by, like, insulting their choice in contractor.
I remember the day being longer
Yeah.
when I was younger. And I don't know if that's just because I'm so old now, but I remember
Yeah.
time being a lot slower than it is now. Maybe that's the technology.
Well,
Maybe that speeds everything up.
yeah. Well, time is kind of relative.
Right.
I think we've talked about this before. Because when you're a little kid and you got to do a 6-hour car ride, it seems like forever.
That's a whole that's a whole day.
But when you're, grown, you're in your 30s, your 40s, a 6-hour car drive, you're like, oh, that's only part of the day.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do that.
You could sleep through that.
Yeah.
You probably get in your car and next thing you know, you're there. And you'd be like, what the hell? How did I even get here?
Yeah. Well, and as an adult, I think maybe you get kind of excited. It's like, well, 6 hours where the only thing I have to do is operate a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Right.
Put me behind the wheel.
Get me behind that wheel.
Which makes me think of another thing.
It's like a wheel of time.
I love rest stops off the side of the highway. You know?
You gotta love them.
You never know what you're gonna get.
I want to say this. I think the first time I ever smelled a restroom, I was a young man,
Yeah.
and that was and again, language really fails us here.
Yeah.
The scent that I'm trying to describe, I've only smelled at one other place in the city, and that was at the bar at the end of the universe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that bathroom.
Oh, the pub at the end of the universe.
The pub at the end of the universe.
The most disgusting bathroom.
That was probably one of the worst bathrooms ever. And
Yeah.
I think what it is, and I don't want to gross out the listener here, but
Yeah.
I think it was the smell of a sexually transmitted disease.
Really?
That's the only thing it smelled like something was alive.
When I first moved to Portland, fortunately, I lived very close to there,
Yeah.
and I hosted open mic there every Monday.
I love that spot. It was great.
So eventually,
Except for the bathroom, yeah.
I spent a lot of time in there. So eventually, you're gonna have to poop.
Oh, you pooped in there?
I didn't.
Okay.
I lived close enough
Oh, right.
that I would just walk home and go poop,
I can't imagine.
and then come back.
That place smelled really bad. I think there might have been like a systemic issue in the plumbing there or something.
Yeah.
There was something wrong.
There was definitely something wrong.
Something was
Going on there.
was not right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that smell from the rest area, and I think it's a smell that I think a doctor could probably diagnose.
Well, and I think so I think the reason that smell happens is because of the strangest combination of people you'll ever see anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a melting pot of pee and poo, huh?
Because they always have the semi trucks, park on one side,
Right.
and then just people road trip. So on this side, it's all truckers. You know what you're getting.
They're
right
partying
there.
over there.
But then on the other side, that's where the action happens. That's
Yeah.
where you get like a group of motorcycle guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Some families,
Got a couple
like
couple
mom,
kids,
dad, and some
yeah.
kids running around.
Maybe
that
a dog, who
That
knows?
need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You also have drug addicts,
Oh, for sure.
They're driving from Portland to Eugene because that's where their heroin hookup is. So
Yeah,
hanging out with them. And then on top of that, you got the homeless people that are asking for money right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not, it's kind of like a
Your
little,
travelers.
a city off the side of the highway,
Kind of like a little, like Burning Man almost.
yeah, it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
It's a party that literally everybody has to go to.
I think the diet of the people that are on the road is probably something that should be addressed.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's talked about it, but as we become more aware as a society, as a culture of people, we are aware of how important our diet is.
Yeah.
And when you're on the road, you're popping no-dos, you're drinking like 15 coffees an hour.
Yeah.
Like that is not okay.
You're driving through McDonald's.
Oh, you're getting fast food.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting fries with it.
What is it? Last longer drive I took, I ate a lot of jerky. That's actually where I got this. Reindeer jerky.
Okay.
If you're listening on Spotify, you don't see the reindeer jerky.
If
you're watching on YouTube, you see the reindeer jerky. It's good.
You're holding a stick of meat in your hand.
It's a stick of meat.
Somehow this animal was smushed or drawn out or flattened into a stick.
Yeah.
And that's what you eat.
And dried up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dry the animal before you smush it into a stick, or do you stick it before you smush it, before you dry it? You think?
I think you stick it, you smush it, and then you dry it.
You stick it, you smush it, you dry it, and then
Yeah.
you eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think that should conclude our first half here.
Okay.
We're going to take a little intermission.
We covered some pretty good stuff there.
And just like last episode, we got some hitters for you. So
we got some
tuned.
heavy hit. You better get ready.
It's gonna get hot.
You're gonna want to slam about 15 coffees before this next one.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, check it out.
Check it. And we're back.
Back.
Just so you guys know, for future episodes, we don't know when we're introducing this, but we're gonna have some interlude music.
Yeah, we hit the old studio the other day and came up with some pretty sweet riffs.
Yeah, we're gonna put in some interlude music in future episodes, so there's a little bit of music in the middle, and then a new theme song is on the way as well. So
We got some new grooves
stay tuned.
in the oven.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Check it out or whatever.
I want to pick a bone with you about. We talked about phones for a second there.
Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing: like myself and you come from a time where we remember vaguely, maybe, but we do remember a time before we had internet, even like when it was dial-up or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, there's been a lot of things that have changed as far as access to information. Like I remember being in 6th grade with no internet,
Yeah.
and we literally had like an encyclopedia at the house. So if I had a book report or like a subject report in science, like say I was looking up something like volcanoes or something, I had to write a report about it. I had to go to the encyclopedia, and there's like, maybe a page or something about this topic.
Yeah.
I had that, and I had to go to the library to find out some other books. I had to read books about it.
Yeah.
Now you can look it up and get all this information right now. It seems like a great thing, right?
Yeah.
But like, is it though? Because like it seems like we didn't have access to information for so long.
Yeah.
And like in the past, you had to like, be a learned person, and you'd have to know how to read and have access to books like back in the day.
Well, I don't think it's all good, and I also don't think it's all bad.
Yeah.
Because here's how I look at it. I look at it like we got the internet, which is just an infinite amount of information.
It's a lot of boobies.
A lot of boobs.
Yeah.
Whether it's correct or it's not, there's a lot of it. And so essentially we've been given a superpower.
Yeah.
We have this superpower, and we're not using those powers for good.
Right.
I mean, if for the most part, we're not using those powers. I'm not saying that everybody on the internet is using it wrong. I'm just saying that most of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like if you woke up tomorrow with some superpower, there's a good chance that you would not know how to use it right away.
Yeah.
That you'd like do the wrong things with it.
Well,
Or like, fuck up
yeah, exactly.
or whatever. I feel like we're, in a sense, we're using like, thousands or millions of years old technology. Like our brains have been designed and evolved over so much time. And then suddenly we're given this like ability to like, somebody can just send me a message. Like, how does that impact our awareness? Like when I was a kid and I didn't have the internet, I was aware of my immediate environment and like my mom and dad like yelling at me for being, lazy or whatever. But that was my information. It wasn't like I wasn't like connected to some server
To
far
something
away.
else.
Yeah, that seems like our brains aren't really designed to handle that kind of information,
Yeah.
like circuit, like wise.
You're physically here, but you're not mentally here.
Yeah, that seems like not a healthy thing to do as often as we do it, where we're just not even really physically present.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And also, I think even before cell phones, we had ways of not being mentally here.
Yeah.
Because what did you do? We talked about the dentist's office last week,
Yeah.
What did you do at the dentist's office before you had your phone? Well, you grabbed a magazine out of the shitty old magazine.
Right. Like,
And you disappeared there. I think what makes it a difference now is that it's all from one device. It's always changing, and that device knows what you like.
Yeah.
It knows what you're into, you know?
Right.
So, like, you don't have to just step outside your comfort zone for any amount of time. You don't have to just grab the, men's magazine that happens to be sitting there in the dentist's office and read an article out of that.
Right.
You can stay right in your perfect little comfort zone.
But it's also endless too,
Yeah.
which is, I think, maybe another thing that's like, you're never done with a magazine.
Yeah.
There's always more.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like, I feel like that's our brains don't know how to process that, like, limitlessness of.
Well, and the thing that I love about infinite information is that I can always just find somebody who thinks about things the exact same way that I do.
You like to hear
So,
people that think the same way you do.
Yeah, don't tell me the way you think it should be done,
Yeah.
because I don't need to hear that.
You don't want to hear it.
I just want to go on the internet and find other people
Right.
that think the same way that I do.
Yeah.
That way I can be, like, appreciated
You want to be appreciated.
for my beliefs,
You want to be validated
for my unique stance,
for your genius.
I do have a very unique stance as well.
Yeah.
You can ask anyone. Every time I stand up, it's really unique.
Yeah, you have a unique way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's very much yours.
And it's not only my social or my political stance, it's just my physical stance is very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, I want to. You had mentioned, where these, like, you can be notified of things, and we were talking about the weather earlier, and you said that you actually get instant email notifications about
The weather emails me.
emergency
Yeah.
emails.
Well, but here's the thing that's weird to me is it's always an emergency.
The weather is an emergency always.
It's always an emergency, even if it's just like it's getting colder. Like what the one I got today was a frost warning.
Okay.
A frost warning? What the fuck is a frost warning? Why do I need a warning about frost?
Is it dangerous?
Am I going to wake up in the morning and be like, no, frost?
My tomatoes.
Why wasn't I told of the frost?
Yeah, you didn't cover your tomatoes up.
I don't think it's an emergency.
Well, and the other thing is, why is an emergency? Why are they emailing you during an emergency? Is that something you check like every couple minutes or something?
Well, I check my email probably about twice a day.
But if it was like really urgent, like if there's a tornado,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to know that like more than once?
Well,
or twice a day?
that's where those emergency emails come in. You get the Amber Alerts.
They come through right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, they text you.
I had a really strange dream the other night where I was in some town I didn't recognize, and there was a tornado
Yeah.
that I saw in the sky, which I knew was like a normal thing in this area, in this region I was in.
Yeah.
But I had never been near a tornado, and it was about the size of a small tree. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a huge tornado, but it was coming for me, and like it saw me. Yeah. And it was like an intelligent tornado. It was like aware.
So you got chased by an intelligent tornado?
Yeah, it came after me, but what I did was I hid behind a bush.
Yeah.
And it couldn't see me because I guess it has eyes.
Wow.
And it went around. It like did one of those things like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And I just went around the bush a couple times.
Yeah.
And it like gave up and left.
Wow.
It was a really cool dream.
So why did the tornado want to get you in the dream?
I don't know, but I was thinking about how it could have just gone through the bush, and I was holding onto the bush to keep it from sucking me out.
Yeah.
But I realized that if the tornado was smarter, idiot, it could have just gone like ripped the whole bush and myself out because it was strong enough to do that.
Wow.
But I guess it was like a dumb tornado or something.
Sounds like that tornado just has an interesting stance that maybe you don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe
it was like a more nuanced kind of tornado.
It's a nuanced tornado.
It was a pretty cool dream, though. I kind of wish that it had picked me up and thrown me around.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That it would be fun in a dream.
Yeah, in a dream.
Yeah. I had a dream. I had a dream that I got drunk last night. I had a dream that I was at
Really?
a party.
And you're sober, for the record.
Yeah,
California sober.
I'm California sober. I'm not drinking any alcohol. And
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks now.
This is our second episode that we've done where
Yeah.
both of us are California sober.
Yeah, but it was really strange because in the dream I felt drunk
Right.
and I also felt very like ashamed. I felt shame because I was like, "Oh shit, well,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to I'm not supposed to be doing this."
You were like, oh, oops.
It didn't feel right or good, you know?
Were you like sneaking drinks in your dream? Like hiding it?
No, it was just somebody offered me a drink and I just decided to not say no.
You know what's interesting? I stopped drinking almost 10 months ago,
Yeah.
and I dreamt about drinking for like up until like 2 months ago.
Wow.
Almost every single night I would have dreams where I drank, and I would feel bad a lot of the time. Like I'd be like, I probably shouldn't, you know, but then
Yeah.
I would have a drink and I'd be drunk in my dream, and I would like get the what I call like the alcohol demon in me would come out, and I would just start fiending for alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would just like do it. And my dream, I'd be like, man, I'm not wake up like hungover tomorrow. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like I was already like looking towards
Yeah.
like paying the price for it.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Just a dream.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the way I felt this morning.
But isn't that strange that there's like a part of me that kept still wanting to drink,
Yeah.
even though I wasn't drinking.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
I didn't have cravings or anything during the day,
yeah.
just in my dreams.
Yeah, see that's good. I think we both had that. We stopped before you start like getting the shakes,
Yeah.
and like the cold sweats and all that,
Right.
you know, because you want to stop before that happens.
Yeah, I guess if you were like, if it was really bad, that dream self would have been like my real self.
Yeah,
I would have actually been drinking in real life and been like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that.
yeah,
I'd have those regrets in real time.
yeah,
Kind of a trip though, how long it takes for that to go away for me.
yeah. That is a trip.
Yeah.
It makes me look forward to the next 8 months of my life.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out or whatever.
Yeah. It's been a little bit strange, like I feel like for both of us being sober or whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, how did we get there? Because we were talking about
Tornadoes?
phones and tornadoes,
Right. Phones, yeah.
and dreams.
Telephones.
And here's the main thing that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And this could be a complete 180 turn, but I think it's important.
Okay.
The old saying, slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the tortoise and the hare or whatever.
Yeah, the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
And that's so I don't like the story.
Yeah.
Let's not think about the story. The story is stupid,
Right.
and we shouldn't read it to children
Yeah.
because it's dumb. And slow and steady wins the race. So let's say, for just a moment here,
Okay.
Lamar, that you're in a race with me.
Yeah.
We're both at the starting line,
Okay.
and your strategy is I'm going to go slow and steady this whole time.
Yeah.
That way I'm going to win the race.
Right.
And then let's say my strategy is that I'm going to go fast as fuck the whole time
Right.
and not stop until I cross the finish line.
Okay.
Who do you think's going to win?
I mean, it sounds like you might have a leg up on
I
it.
think I'm going to have a legged up because I'm just going
Yeah.
to go really fucking fast the whole time and you're going to go slow.
Right.
And that means that I'm going to win the race and you're not,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I don't.
So why are we teaching our kids this? Are we teaching our kids to lose?
Why would you want to teach your child to go slower than they can go?
Is that what's wrong with this
anyways.
country? Is that what's wrong? Everybody's just going slow.
Is that
and
why everybody's
steady?
so overweight too?
Come on, get moving. Get moving with it.
Pick it up.
Pick it up, guys.
Let's go.
Pick it up. The quicker one wins the race.
The faster you run, the faster you get to the finish line.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that how physics works?
Yeah, I mean, if you go slow and steady, you're probably gonna, You're not going to be as tired.
Just take my time and go down the trail.
You're not going to be as tired. You're going to be able to like go do activities with your family.
Yeah.
But you lost.
You're not going to break a sweat
You
either,
lost
probably.
the race. What if you won like a $500,000 for going across the finish line?
Yeah, you go slow and steady. How does it feel to be a loser?
Yeah.
How does it feel to lose the race and to be a loser for your whole life?
How's it feel to not get $500,000?
Yeah.
You know?
At least I didn't break a sweat.
At least I feel good. Yeah, at least I can just keep walking.
I'm just gonna go do chores in my house now. I
Yeah.
have so much energy.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many things that we teach our kids that are, I think, poison.
Yeah.
Like that's why would you hold somebody back from their ability to
Verbal poison.
to word poison?
Yeah. Why yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Why would you take a beautiful flower that's growing and put it and squeeze it down and like put a cage around it?
Yeah, tell it has to go slow.
Like yell at it. Yeah.
Yell at it.
Slow down.
Give it structure.
Like you don't want to burn out. You go too fast.
Yeah. You don't want to burn out. Make sure you eat something.
Yeah.
It's like, how about I eat something after I cross the finish line?
Yeah, I wonder, like,
You know?
some of the greatest composers in the world, like, how far would they have gone if somebody was just like, hey, Vivaldi, can you slow this movement down? Like,
Yeah.
these violins are too fast, you know?
Yeah. Can you stop writing so quickly and vigorously?
Yeah.
Vivaldi.
Can you just tone your genius down a little bit? Because it's, like, making us all uncomfortable.
Hey, Beethoven, can you like be a little bit quieter?
Yeah. Can you
You know?
stop being so awesome so that we, like, look better? I think that's maybe what it's about. It's
Yeah.
like, let's dumb everybody down.
Yeah.
So that we can feel better. Like, so the parents feel like they're not
Yeah.
being outdone by the
Everybody
child.
thinks it's divide and conquer. It's slow you down and make you dumb and conquer.
Yeah.
That's what the real thing. Slow you down, make you dumb, and conquer.
Yeah.
That's what because if you're trying to shut down a bunch of fast, smart people, that's going to be really hard because they're fast and they're smart.
It's hard to catch people when they're real quick. you
Yeah,
know?
but if they're slow and they're dumb, you can just smack them down.
So what it's all about is the man keeping us down.
Yeah, it's the man keeping us down. It's not. Yeah, wait, that's another thing we have wrong. Divide and conquer doesn't exist.
Yeah, I think the man
Not real.
probably wrote that whole tale too. It's like who. The government probably came up with that story.
Yeah,
to
the
try
tortoise
to.
in the hair. That's the government wrote
The
that.
government wrote that
Yeah.
to try to like slow, like if you're running from the law, just go slower or you'll win the race. And like the cops just like chase you down,
Yeah,
beat you up.
yeah, exactly. They want the cops to chase you down and beat you up. That's why they tell you to go slow and steady.
It's like, that's not cool, dude.
It's not.
That's not okay.
It's literally not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they give us these phones where it's decision paralysis. You
Yeah.
can't make
decide.
a decision. So what you end up doing, you just watch the stupid videos of people's cats. You're not
Right.
learning anything. You're not getting quicker or smarter. You're getting slower and you're getting dumber. And they make you slow. They make you dumb. They smack you down.
Right. And they tell you to go slower too. Yeah. It's it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I think
Yeah.
we could I think we needed to tell our kids to quick pick it up.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah. Just get it moving.
Get it going.
Yeah. Let's get it. I mean, we need somebody to get this economy going.
The kids are going to get the economy going. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Well, I'm not doing anything.
I'm not going to do anything about it.
I don't want to.
I'll talk about it.
The kids can do it.
The kids got energy.
Yeah, they have so much life in front of them.
I told you, I saw that kid running earlier today.
Yeah.
He was going like 20 miles an hour.
It's smacking the crosswalk button.
He was hitting the crosswalk button like this.
Yeah.
Just like, brrrr.
Yeah, exactly. So much energy that could be
Couldn't
used
wait.
for so many good things.
Could have been getting the economy going if you
Yeah.
just put them in like a one of those hamster wheels and attach it to the economy.
Yeah.
That's how you power it.
That would charge up the economy.
I'm not a physical genius,
Yeah.
a comedian.
Next time you see one of those guys running down the side of the road, a younger guy, looks
Yeah.
really fit, running really fast, says, "Hey buddy, you want to get this economy going?
Like, pick it up.
Pick it up, buddy."
Let's go.
I got a hamster wheel at home.
Come on.
It's direct wired right to the
You
economy.
just dangle a piece of cheese out the window of your car.
Keep running. Get this economy going. Okay,
Spin it around.
Spin it around.
Yeah, I think we got something there.
I think we're onto something here.
Yeah, slow and steady. Just pick it up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's old. That's an old way of thinking.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work in the modern age.
Yeah,
it's 2021. You'd think people'd be faster by now.
Gotta figure it out.
Yeah, probably got to figure it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What were you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.